doesn't have to be big. It could just be small. Just to go to college or to be better.
Good evening. Today is Friday, May 26th, from the governing board. Today is a work session. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Abrego to say a few words with regards to our members for today.
Yes, thank you very much, Board President. Today, we're going to start our work session. We have a group of students from Central High School, the Student Voice Group, and I think they want to share some concerns with you today, but the most important thing, I want you to get to know who they are, okay? So at this time, students, if you wouldn't mind standing, say your name nice and loud and what grade you're in, okay, please?
My name is Julio Cesar Escobar. I'm here with my grandmother, Miss Leo. She worked as a custodian at East Chicago Central. I just became a senior today, and And when I grow up, I want to become a mortician or some form of electrophysicist.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Angelica Najoni Romero. I am now a junior. My goal right now is currently to be a public speaker. So.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Diana Thomas. I am a freshman, but now I became a sophomore. I'm here with my mom, and my goal in life is to be a nurse. Hi, my name is Miriam Sayai. I am a junior, and well, now a senior. My goal in life is to become an author.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Diego Galvez. I am a junior, now going to become senior. And my dream is to become an aeronautical engineer.
Good afternoon. My name is Isaiah Jokes. I'm here with my dad, Cameron Jokes. I grew up, I want to be a financial advisor.
Nice. Good afternoon. My name is James Simpson. I'm here with my grandma. One goal I have for life is to police academy training, become a police officer, future detective.
Young lady, I talked to and encourage the students.
Good evening. My name is Rita Daniels. I am the school social worker for Central High School. And these wonderful children are a part of the SEL, Social Emotional Learning area of the social work department. They became the Student Voices Group because they're passionate about their voices being heard. They want to one day become an organization inside the school.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And you can sit down, students. And for our board, we went to go visit them at the school, and I believe our governing board president said, listen to them, Dr. Abrego, and if they have concerns that are important, try to set up a meeting. Now, they had a very long list of concerns, but what I said is, for today, let's try to concentrate on one or two, and then let's try to really concentrate on those. And if everything goes well, then maybe we could set up future meetings with your group, okay? So at this time, I'm going to turn it over to the group, and I don't know who your spokesman is, but you can get us started.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great day. If not, I hope it continues to get better. I am James Newsom, the president/facilitator of the Student Voices Committee. Tonight, as Dr. Abrego said, we're here to voice some concerns with you, just overall things as students that we see that we would like to maybe help change at Central and just overall have a better student environment for everyone. First, we have obviously our beginning slide, Student Voices. A lot of people have wondered, what is Student Voices? What is our goal? The Student Voices Committee represents the evolving perspective on education and school life. The group connects the faculty, teachers, and now the school board with the students to help find ways to make SEEC a better environment for all. The group invites students who actively and equally participate in the class and school activities to join our cause. While Student Voices and student government have similar objectives, Student Voices focuses on the school's physical state and maintaining the connection between staff and students. Now I'm going to hand over the next slide to Julio.
Hello everybody. Hi. As I stated, I'm Julio. And over there. Hello. First off, the first issue we want to address is our lunch and breakfast system, our food system. At the moment, it is not the highest quality, although it is at the moment free. We have breakfast with milk and whatever is being served at the day. A large problem that we have is it is frozen and prepackaged. And I understand that that's part of getting it delivered to our school. There's a lot of transportation that's needed. But it doesn't provide us with the energy or the sometimes even flavor that some kids want. I've seen kids that have walked up and grabbed the lunch and they pull out a strudel and it's frozen like ice. You could hit it over a wall and it won't move. Over here we have a video of somebody pulling out milk at lunch. It is actually James' milk. It happened yesterday. So, as you can see, it is a large issue. I've seen people who have thrown up from drinking the milk, and a lot of people avoid it, which can be a problem with maintaining the proper nutrition for learning, which it requires a lot. In contrast to our own cafeteria, we looked at Lake Central's food system. It provides clients with a selection of fruits to choose from for their breakfast meals instead of Pop-Tarts or strudels with an apple for breakfast, like our brunch options, which is it gives them things like pancakes and sausage. And Lake Central offers a lot of balanced varieties. It seems to be a lot more fresh. They don't make home-fed meals, but they seem to prepare it on the spot with ingredients, rather than our food that seems to be boiled or just microwaved on the spot. And then sometimes they don't even prepare it fully, and it comes out frozen, straight from the freezer.
We also have some,
You gotta go back.
yeah, go back.
Sorry.
We also have some programs like food and nutrition services and ECUEA programs, which is called Organic Life or Smart Food Service, that also go to Lake Central. They have these services and many more, and we just want to know if you would be willing to look into these services, because they do have values that we very much would like to see in our own cafeteria. And yeah, that's about it. Sorry.
Victoria, here's your slide.
Okay, so organic. Oh, it's your side? Sorry. Good afternoon. As I stated, my name is Ayana Thomas, and I'm here to talk about our school lunches and what we would like to see. First on the list, we would like to see organic breakfast foods. Second on the list, we would like to see healthier options for breakfast, more salads and fruits for vegetarians, drink options like juice and flavored waters, less packaged food, simple options like quesadillas, cereal, peanut butter, and jelly sandwiches. Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Mariam Sayed, and this is Diego Galvez with me. So on to the next slide, we will be switching the topic to bathrooms. Honestly, the state of our bathrooms is, some would say, laughable. In the first picture on the top left corner, you could see a screenshot from a student's story. You could see from outside of the stall into the stall. You could see the toilet. There are multiple bathrooms where the doors are missing. Many of the doors on the stalls don't even lock or close properly. And from personal experience, the smell has been horrid. The toilets are usually flooded, and when you flush them, like, the water sprays at you, like, from the handle. There are multiple broken soap dispensers, and the bathrooms are constantly dirty. We need a new method of cleaning the bathrooms, and our stalls need repairs, or maybe even new stalls, because a lot of them have graffiti in them. Do you want to do the?
So, hello everybody, my name is Diego, and today I want to talk to you about the state of the bathrooms. I've been speaking with some of the janitors and overall maintenance people. They all complain about the same thing, which is the lack of equipment, the lack of personnel, and the lack of effort that they put into the school. Like I said, a good way to solve this is to have some new equipment, which is what multiple of the cleaning ladies have been asking me for. Hire new people, because it gets overwhelming and I don't know, like a gut-wrenching feeling sometimes to see the exact same people cleaning the school over and over again. We have one of them right here. She cleans the weight room all by herself, and she needs some help with that. Thank you so much.
Another thing that I would like to mention is our students, a lot of them have gotten into a lot of really bad things like drugs, smoking, all that bad stuff. And they try to do it at school. One of their ways of getting past the teachers is by doing it in the bathroom. We have been doing some research and found these vape detectors that you could put in the bathrooms. I've been told that they're not too costly, so that would certainly be something worth looking into. Also, the lack of privacy in the bathrooms is another topic. When you are in the hallways and you are passing by the bathrooms, you can see into both the girls' and the boys' bathroom. A lot of people are very uncomfortable with this, especially girls, when boys are walking past. It's just uncomfortable, and yeah, we would like more privacy. Thank you.
Also, in addition, most of the bathrooms have broken urinals, broken doors, broken toilets sometimes. Most of them are just covered by bags. And then some of the water fountains, they're also simply covered in bags, left to rot there, you know. And I propose that we should allow some students who are volunteering to help fix that issue. It can be something like as simple as community service. And yeah, that's all I have to say.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Isaiah Jokes. What I will be talking to you guys about today is the school store and also funding. So students and staff would love to see the school store make a comeback. We've been talking about it since I've been there for 2 years, and I know as far as James, they've been talking about it for as long as he's been there. Perhaps we could sell healthy snacks and merchandise, different things like fruit snacks or bags of chips, stuff that'll get the kids through the day or help get the kids through the day. Another thing that would help us is more Cardinal merch. The Cardinal merch has become very expensive over the years, and it's just unaffordable for some students, and then they're not in the comfort of what they would like to be in. They're in the very tight school clothes and stuff like that. The goal is to sell Cardinal gear, uniforms, school supplies, and other essential items that are needed for proper education. And then when it comes to funding, many clubs need funding to make great things happen. For example, the drama club has organized and carried out 2 plays. However, funding has come straight out of their club sponsors or pockets. It's extremely costly and time-consuming. We're proposing that we get outside organizations. This could be anything, any organization around the environment of East Chicago, to help us when it comes to funding, because these things become very costly for the sponsors to do alone. Thank you.
That is mostly everything we have for you today. There is a few things that some of us wanted to add at the very end We'd also like to have, a conversation with you and see if we can ask any questions for you and see, what you'd like to talk to us about.
One more thing I wanted to hit off that I feel did not get enough detail. I did the research on it. The 3D vape sense detectors that we were speaking of, they're not the most cost effective, ranging from anywhere from $40 to $70 per detector. You set up one in a bathroom, and it doesn't just detect smoke. It doesn't detect smoke. That's a fire alarm. It detects specifically nicotine and marijuana chemicals in the air, and then it targets and it'll tell whoever has the control which bathroom it's in, which will allow our security to better catch these people in the act. Rather than what's been going on, where people will go into the bathrooms, and it has happened to me multiple times, and I could guarantee it's happened to a couple of my fellow students multiple times, where I've wanted to use the bathroom within our 5-minute passing period, and entering there was a cloud of smoke in my face. And I had to either suck it up and use the bathroom and risk getting in trouble, or even worse, becoming contact intoxicated, which I would not want. Or just go to the bathroom and risk having to use the bathroom in the middle of a lecture, which, I mean, some high-end classes, you're not allowed to use the bathroom during lectures. You have to wait to the very end, and it can become uncomfortable and hard to focus. So I think that these vape detectors are a really good idea for our school to implement sometime. Yeah.
Another thing about the problem with students smoking in the bathrooms is there have been times where students have needed to go into the bathrooms and a security guard just yells at you to get out because we're assuming looking for a vape. There was one instance where I had to use the bathroom and there was a security guard and he just yelled at me just to get out when I was just trying to wash my hands. There have been multiple instances of this. So yeah, I just wanted to bring that to light.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Angelica Romero, but I wanted to talk about the funding. So I am assistant director of this plays that's been running for, I guess, these 2 years, yeah. And it all comes from our teacher, the director, Mr. Dunsel's pocket. He has a bonus for starting book club and all these other things, but it comes straight from his pocket, and we kind of do feel bad as a cast that we try to help him with like funding and fundraisers, but it's very hard to set up, and I feel like we should have more funding for clubs like this, Spanish club, art club, even band. And as for a person who doesn't like to likes public speaking and has anxiety, these clubs does help students get better at speaking, and especially during after the pandemic, after COVID. I feel like this does help help students express themselves after being locked away for a while. But also I wanted to go at the fact that in the lunch, we do have students that rely on our lunch, especially students who work, and they rely on what we eat in the cafeteria, and I feel like what we eat is processed foods which do not give us nutrients for the day or for learning. And I believe that sometimes also conflicts with attendance because a lot of students do not want to go to school and eat processed foods that they're going to have to rely on for the day. So I feel like we should try to at least find a way to make our food less processed or less packaged so students can have the nutrition they need to learn and focus. Sorry, thank you.
So I just wanted to clarify something. I got 3 points to make. One is that for the intro, let me see if I can pull it up. No, not there. Should be the next slide after that. This one. So when it mentions ECUEA, it's actually talking about the school that is literally down the street. Yeah, it's called East Chicago Urban Enterprise Academy. I was a student there along with my friend right here. And honestly, they had a good menu. Yeah, they served us pizzas every Wednesday. Not only that, it was Papa John's pizza. It was really good. And my second point is that I brought the topic of voluntary hours earlier because I'm part of the Spanish club. I'm actually planning to run for the Spanish club president for next year, and we've been doing school-wide cleanups. We did one, I really can't remember when, but we're also doing another cleanup June 1st, which is this upcoming Thursday. And last time, we cleaned everything inside the school. We cleaned the lockers, the doors, everything we could. There were some donations made by the school, but we needed more, more effort. And then the one that we're planning to do June 1st is a school-wide cleanup, but we're doing that outside, picking up trash and just doing everything we can to help the community. And my third point is that I was a student taking AP US government courses, and for my final, we had to write a letter to any elected officer. And so one of the representatives of Indiana came to talk to us. His name is Representative Harris, and he told us about how Indiana has a surplus of money and funding. I mean, not funding, but money. And my idea is just to request that some of that surplus money for education, because he said there's billions sitting there being wasted. And that's all I have to say.
Is there any questions anyone would like to ask any one of our students?
So first off, I just want to say I am so proud that you guys are here expressing your opinion, your concerns, all of your thoughts that you have. I've been, and I'm actually glad that it was finally allowed to allow you guys to come and speak. You guys know me, I'm in the schools all the time, you got my kids, so you know that I'm 100% behind you guys. I watch you guys practice sometimes when you have basketball and act crazy also. So I'm so proud that you put a presentation together so that the superintendent could take you serious, so that we as the board could take you guys serious. And I want to just continue to tell you guys to come to our board meetings as much as possible, because you are entitled to share your voice every Monday for 3 minutes about what's happening in your school. Tell your parents to come to express their concern so that we can hear your voices so it could continue. That's what's most important. And I do agree with, especially the bathrooms, because my son literally waits all day long to come home to use the restroom. And I've talked to several superintendents that have been here, and I've told them about the bathroom. Even when I go to the basketball games, the main bathroom to the left, the women's bathroom right there, that one leaks. The third bathroom has been leaking since I used to work here. So I understand your concern, and for the next six months that I'm here, please believe that I'm going to make sure to continue to ask the superintendent as well as my constituents that we do something about at least some of the problems. As well as I hear your fundraising issue with the funds, and me working in the schools. I'll tell you one thing, all of us as coaches, we would fundraise our butts off, and we would reach out to our community members, we would write letters. All those elected officials that we have in our city, write them letters, demand them to give back to you, because they can. We all here get paid to do this. Write us letters and ask us for money. All of your, ask the superintendent. I mean, we are here to serve you, so make sure that you ask us, all the council people, the mayor, make sure you write your letters. Tell them that you will give volunteer hours in return for some type of funding. You will ask, the businesses. I guarantee we're gonna hear you. And I have to say, from when I was in school working and being the school board, I've seen the students give back more to our community. And I know a lot of you guys have already done stuff for me at the parks, but I see you guys even more doing stuff at the beach, cleaning up. We just had about 40 students plus at the beach cleaning up. So I thank you guys for being good citizens to the city of East Chicago also.
Any other board members?
Yes, Mr. President.
Trustee Gibson King.
Hi, glad to see you all again. I was there, met with James, your president, May the 4th, me and one of my constituents, Mrs. Trustee Smith, and you all impressed me that day. I was really glad to see and hear about some of your concerns that you had, and I'm even more glad now that you brought it to all of us to hear, not just a few, but to all. And I like the name of your committee, the Voices. You know, your voices need to be heard. I'm very impressed with where you all are going with your future, you know, your announcement that what you're going to school for. And yes, you do have a lot of issues that need to be brought, concerns that need to be taken care of, because these are things that is essential things that you all need to go to school and have when you go to school. So I am very impressed, and we are going to work with our superintendent to make sure that this carries on. I know that when I talked with you the last time, you had Spirit Week was going on. Did that turn out okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Spirit Week went very well. We had a huge
Okay,
success.
good. Okay, and then I know that Mrs. Honest was there. And so we're going to, you know, I really want to, as a board, we all want to hear more of what you all are doing, because one of your concerns was some of you all are graduating and you wanted to be left for the other ones to continue on. And so we're going to try to make that happen.
Trustee Smith?
First of all, I just want to say thank you. My heart was really full when I had a chance to talk to you, meet with you guys, and I told you I would do everything that I possibly could to help our district move to improve our schools, and I'm just really proud of you. I spoke with the president, and
One sec.
and he was very happy to know that you all want to be a part of this. This is part of, he said this was one of his bucket lists, was to have student voices within the board. So we have reached that one particular step. As far as fundraisers, like Trustee Hernandez said, you have to ask, you could get. I'm not saying I'm the best, but I can raise some money. I might not be able to do anything else, but I can beg for some money. So anything that you possibly need, as far as your student stores or your shirts or whatever. And the only reason why I haven't been buying anything is because I've never been asked. So you have to ask, but do the letters. If you need fundraisers, let me know. If you can't get the representatives and the different trustees and the different community leaders, just let me know. I know how to beg for money so that you could be able to get what you need. I'm so proud of you all for taking the time out. I'm proud of the parents for taking the time out to bring them. This is very, very important. We cannot move forward if we don't know the problem. And this has been a long time coming, and my hat's off to you, Ms. Daniels, for listening and being there for them. So, like I said, as a board, you are our first interest. You are our future. We have to make sure that your life is planned before you leave. Well, not planned, but in place. Things are in place. When you leave EC's district to go on to college or to a trade school. So we don't want this small stuff to be your hindrance. And I appreciate this, and I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I had a very, very good time talking to you guys that day. So I just want to say thank you, and I'm just overwhelmed and I'm overjoyed. And like I said, hey, let's raise some money.
Okay. Trustee Hernandez Orange?
I have a question. The ECUEA, it's one of the lunches like everyone else, so a company, or you don't know for sure?
Yeah, the company was listed there in the slides.
I didn't. Can you send
Organic
us the
Life.
slides? Like, can you send it to the superintendent so that he could disseminate it to us? Okay, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I would like to see that.
The company's called Organic Life Smart Food Service.
That's what it is, okay. And I'm gonna give you guys one little nugget, and I hope it's being implemented. You could go onto our school website and you look up the policies for the board, okay? And there's a policy that says student body representatives. That's PO 141.1. And it says, the board shall have 3 representatives from the high school student body selected by the superintendent and the student council. Each representative shall be allowed to participate in a board discussion and attend committee meetings to which they are assigned or invited. The student body representative shall not be allowed to vote or participate in closed sessions. The superintendent shall arrange for a place on the agenda at which the time the student body representative shall provide the board with items of concern and interest. That means at every meeting. The superintendent shall approve any such items to be presented to the board in this agenda. The student body representative shall be responsible for communicating board questions or decisions pertaining to students to the student council authorized by policy S820. So I know you guys are not the student council, but I'm sure you could get in contact with them. So make sure you look it up, make sure you come and you hold us accountable to make sure we get this done, okay? And Ms. Daniels, I know you're in the background, but thank you.
One thing we do have in mind, we are working with the new student government president, Chelsea Alott, on new plans for the incoming school year. So thank you for that. We appreciate all the feedback, and we'll take everything and think about it and learn from it. One thing I would like to say before I hand the mic to Ms. Daniels is there's a lot of things that could work in the school, but there's a lot of good too. I moved here my beginning of my freshman year, and I've loved it ever since. I've loved the school, I've loved the people in the community, and I can't wait to graduate from here so I could tell people I graduated from here. One thing I can't stress enough, when we have bad things that happen at our school, we have to ask why. Why do kids come into school late? Why do kids get into fights? Why do kids smoke? There are some students who wake up in the morning and see their parents do drugs, heavy drugs. There's some students in the morning who have to go and take their little siblings to school to make sure that they get there safely. That's what causes them to be late to school. And those are just some things that we have to always keep in mind and consider and find ways to help them so they can have equal chances and opportunities to have a better school life and environment all around. Thank you.
Trustee Gomez?
I know we're short on time. I just wanted to say thank you all for coming, putting this together. It's good information to have. I've oftentimes relied on quotes as I go through life and learned one of the quotes that always affected me was somebody once told us that if you always do what you always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. And so making the changes coming from you is very important. At the same notion, there's another quote that says the wheels of government turn very slowly. So don't expect that we could flip on a switch and make it happen. This is a process, and for example, our food services, that's a whole beast into itself. So just be understanding that we hear you, but the action may not occur in the next week or 2 weeks or a month. It does take some time, but I'll leave you with the last quote, and Trustee Smith kind of referenced it, and this is what I'm really proud of you about, I've always believed to leave a place better than you found it, and that looks like what you're doing. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate the feedback.
And I'd like to express my sincere gratitude for taking the time to voice your concerns and opinions during this meeting. As a student, you represent the future of our community, and a voice is critical in shaping the decisions that affect us all. Your input and feedback have been invaluable and encourage you to continue to express your thoughts and concerns to the board. Your passion and commitment to the school are inspiring, and I am confident that by working together, we can create a brighter future for us. Thanks again for your contribution and your voice today. And to me personally, I acknowledge this group as a sort of an extracurricular activity group, which means that by us honoring that, you can apply for, or you can actually ask for grant, for funding and so forth, whether it's, whatever you do as far as car wash and things like that. But I'm definitely going to support that if that's something that you guys want to do as far as moving forward. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you all for hearing them. This has been a passion of theirs, and to know that you have students who love their school, and they want to see more happen in their school, and they have the courage to come and ask for it. And like James said, there are some good things happening in Central High School. As you can see, represented before you are some incredible students, and they work hard every day. Academically, they are striving. They have goals in life. Their passion is because they want to see all the other students have the same opportunities that they have. But they also want all of you all to understand the needs of the students in the school. As James voiced to you, I know we're data-driven, and I know we're looking at test scores and things like that. But as a social worker, I get the opportunity to meet these wonderful children and get to know them individually, understand who they are and where they come from, who their parents are, their siblings are. And it's been a joy of mine since I've been working in this district just to learn who these wonderful children are. Our students would like to come and visit with you and meet with you on an ongoing basis. They only touched on 2 of their points. There are some other points they want to talk to you about. One of them being parent involvement, student, staff, partnerships, and involvement. They want to see more compassion. And I think after COVID, we kind of like all fell into this place where we were at home, away from everyone, technology driven. We kind of got lost in that shuffle. So we're back together, and they want to see the bond back between them and their teachers. More time spent, more compassion, more love, because that does exist in a school, because schools are like your second home. And these children want to see all of that happen. And I am so thankful that you felt that this was important enough to come here and listen to them, because my mom always said, if you want to solve world problems, ask children.
Yes.
They have the answers because they are living this life just like we are. And when they're living the life, we should listen to them. So I thank you for your time, your consideration, and they do understand this is not an instantaneous thing, but they still have some other things they want to tell you about and voice their opinions, tell you the good, the kind of struggle and the kind of challenging things. So please consider giving them more time. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's dismiss it, but let's maybe give 2-minute recess so that we can maybe all take a picture with them.
The gentleman that wants, the young man, I'm sorry, the young man, you said you wanted to go to mortuary school? Yeah. Okay, are you serious about that? I am a mortician. Yes.
Those are called connections.
Hey, let's have the students behind us.
Yeah. Students, before you leave though, we want to have you all sit back here before our board so we can take a nice picture, okay?
Huh?
Michelle? Diane? Daniel? Rita? Can you take a picture with? Yeah. You know how to take a picture?
Oh, okay, we gotta get in the picture. Come over here.
You want to sit down and stand?
Yeah, I just want to.
Come on, Diane.
I'm here. Yes, I'm glad that they got here.
We're going to have to get in tight, guys, so we can get everybody in.
That's what you really want to do.
Yeah, there.
Well, let me go over some with you, Mr. President.
I'm going to need your text then.
Everybody say cheese or tacos?
Tacos.
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 Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
so
guys
much. We
for
appreciate it
coming.
very much.
Hey, oh, wait a minute. Wait. Let me bring my car.
Thank you for coming out. Appreciate it.
We'll give about 1 minute